I'm Evelyn Krocek and I'm the Senior Coordinator on site. IBN services started in 2013. It's the only Pilbara native plant nursery in the Pilbara that's operated and owned by an Aboriginal organisation. We propagate the local plant species, mainly for industry for rehabilitation, restoration and re-veg works. And we also do yard and garden maintenance. We have the capacity of propagating up to 200 to 300,000 native plant species from around the Pilbara area. And what we do is, and once they get to a certain size, like seedling size, we then move them on to some of the industries. Like, for example, we had a project that we were doing with Fortescue, and that project was to supply 13,000 native plant species for their project on site, which was about a 2 kilometre shelter belt area.
We needed a large quantity of trees of local species that were sun hardened. So IBN were the only ones that could actually provide that volume of trees for us. IBN was able to provide trees, local employment and engagement, and to actually help us plant the trees as well. It
means a lot for industries like Fortescue Metals to support IBN services with projects, bringing projects to us.
Our relationship with IBN is awesome. As early as last week, I needed some trees for a quick job, and quick call to IBN, and we were actually to get trees on the day, so that was absolutely fantastic.
How do you get plants to survive in this such harsh climate, really?
Look, it was an opportunity we had. We brought in soil from further inland to lay on top of the reclaimed land we've got here. Then we added some products into the soil to help the plants actually take up what nutrients are here. Over time, with a lot of leaf litter and actually applying mulch in the next few months, we're actually going to see the soil improve, and the plants through here are going to thrive over time. So these are our most recent plantings, a little earlier on this year. We kept a mix of mainly just acacias and eucalypts. So our eucalypts here and the smaller ones are the acacias. These are local species provided by IBN, and they give us the best opportunity for local seed and locally propagated plants that are sun hardened for these harsh Pilbara conditions. We got 2.2 kilometres here, about 6 metres wide. We thought this was the optimum to get a good thick shelter belt, and this aids to actually reduce wind speed and velocity and help to protect our site from these harsh, strong, hot winds that actually come through every year. As soon as the plants start flowering, we're attracting small birds, lizards and invertebrates. So we actually start to build an environment within the
little ecosystem.
I applied for this job about 2 years ago, and it took me about 2 years to get here. The lecturer used to bring us out here when it was only just this 1 yard here. I enjoyed what I seen, and I really wanted to be working outdoors. We start off with tube stocks, and eventually we do transplanting into larger pots and watch them take off. Some don't take, but the ones that do make you feel really good about yourself to watch them grow up. Yeah, it's called Capparis umbonata, and it's wild orange. You see, I had it in the tube stock first, grew it from seed, propagated, and with the sear, it was looking a little frail at first, and we let it get the root system through in the tube stock, and I've just recently put them into these pots here, and now they are taking off. Smoking of the seeds is it's a chemical that comes off the smoke that lands onto the seeds, and once that first rain comes, the chemical off that smoke, the particles off it, just the smallest particle, it just takes off from the rain and it propagates the seed. We had to get a tent. We had to get a tent and get the eucalyptus leaves and put in a tin, light them up and then blow it out and let the smoke take off all inside this large tent with the enclosed floor and all that sort of stuff. And then you had to run in, move the seeds around a little bit in a large container. And yeah, that was a little bit of a problem there, getting in and getting back out again, and you got to sort of hold your breath while you're doing it all.
What life skills are learned by IBN Services employees?
Sometimes it starts off from the ground up, from the roots up, and it's about working as a team and working together, and actually getting to work. Sometimes it's quite difficult for some people. So there's skills that you can embed into people just to get out of bed and go to work. So we have trainees that do Cert 2 in horticulture. We also bring in some of the skills such as forklift training, snake handling courses, first aid, and also we run carpentry here and a bit of fabrication as well. Being able to operate small machinery and equipment such as forklifts and bobcats and those sorts of things, which will help them in the future with getting employment with industry.
Is there scope to use more of IBN Services Indigenous workforce on site here?
Absolutely. We've got a great relationship with IBN. As you can see behind us, there's a lot of trees in place and we're planting more into the future, and we're going to need to maintain and look after this shelter belt for years to come. IBN are in a prime position to actually supply these trees and that labour force to assist us in growing here at Headland.
I spent a lot of time in the Northern Territory where I was a senior ranger on a national park, and then I went into zoology and archaeology, and then I decided to move back to the Pilbara and work at the TAFE here so I could help my own people, my own mob, the Aboriginal people, to gain skills and recognition as well. So I thought I could put back in what I was thankful for that I had. The people drive my passion. I'm all about the people, and I'm all about giving people an opportunity that maybe they haven't been given previously, because mining doesn't go on and on forever. So what we hoped is that we'd create small businesses such as IBN Services so that there was sustainability for the people, for employment and skilling up in the future. I've been watching the space for about 20 years with rehabilitation and revegetation works in the Pilbara when it comes to the mining industry. And I'd like to have a play in that and be part of that in the future. I think as an Aboriginal person it's very important for us to make sure that we try to retain the country as natural as we possibly can and put it back. I mean, we'll never get it back to exactly how it was, but we can almost try.